There is a new study looking at the barriers to girls' sports in the district. The research from Monumental Sports found that girls face higher costs and have fewer facilities than boys. All right, joining us now to talk more about the findings and how to support girls in sports is Katrice Dickson. She is the Senior Manager of Youth Sports Initiatives at Monumental Sports. Katrice, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Such an important topic. Tell us about the study and what it found.
Absolutely. One of the biggest takeaways from our research is that girls aren't opting out of sports because they don't want to play. They're just facing these barriers that make it harder to participate and stay involved. We found three consistent challenges. One, access to appropriate gear and well-fitting uniforms. Two, access to facilities where girls feel welcomed and supported and not as much overshadowed by the boys. And three, the need for additional resources for coaches who are often stretching their own time and money to keep programs running. So, sometimes something as simple as not having the right shoes or athletic clothing can really be the difference between showing up for practice or staying home.
Katrice, you played college basketball at Mount St. Mary's. Why is this topic so important to you, and how does it hit close to home?
I think of myself as a young girl, right? In my position, I'm in a really good position to create some of these programs and really curate them to what these girls need these days. And this research is a big part of kind of giving us a little bit to work on and a little bit to go off of when we're really thinking about the programming and being intentional about the resources we're providing.
And Katrice, how do these barriers differ for different parts of Washington, D.C.?
While youth sports participation exists around the district, obviously, our research found that barriers are especially pronounced in Ward 7 and 8. Aspen State of Play report noted that nearly 40% of DC's youth live in Ward 7 and 8, yet these communities have the least access to sports opportunities. So we wanted to start where we knew we could make the greatest impact. We also found that middle school was a pivotal point. Girls that are still interested in sports at that age, but participation begins to drop as barriers like cost, confidence, competing responsibilities, and access continue to grow. So that's why we're intentionally beginning this initiative in Ward 7 and 8.
Hey, you mentioned pay to play. How have the costs of youth sports changed over the recent years?
Transparently, for girls, the cost of just showing up can be higher. So girls often have a higher startup cost for sports, and families are already facing higher everyday expenses. So those added costs become a reason a girl stops or not even starts playing. We never want cost to be the reason a young person decides not to play sports, and that's exactly what why we're investing in removing some of those barriers.
And Katrice, tell us about what Monumental is doing to break down these barriers.
Yeah, District of Play has always been about removing barriers to youth sports participation. We started with District Dribble by putting a basketball in the hands of every DCPS elementary school student. Then we launched District Kicks last year to provide athletic shoes to students. And earlier this year, we introduced Equip Her, providing sports bras to female student athletes. So this latest initiative is another step forward, guided by the research. We're partnering with DC Public Schools, Mayor Bowser, and Under Armour to address one of the most immediate barriers identified in our research, which is that access to gear and uniforms. So every DCPS middle school girl participating in sports in Wards 7 and 8 will receive a gear bag with Under Armour apparel and footwear. And then middle school sports teams in those wards will also receive new properly fitting uniforms. This is just one of those other steps in a broader commitment of ours, and we plan to announce additional initiatives throughout the school year based directly on what girls and coaches told us they need.
Yeah, doing such great and important work. All right, Katrice Dickson, great to see you. Thanks for joining us. Former college basketball player and Senior Manager of Youth Sports Initiatives at Monumental Sports. Katrice, thank you.
Thank you.